Hi everybody, you should have your Bhangra routine down packed now and got the feet and arms working together and along with your hand positions. So now we're going to throw a curveball at you. We're going to get you to use your eyes to dance. Now I know that's not normal. We usually use our eyes to get a chocolate or a nice diamond ring or something fancy. So you've got to use that in Bhangra because it's a storytelling dance. So whenever you tell a story, if you're talking to someone, if you've got no expression on your face whatsoever, it must be a very boring story. So we're going to use our eyes to tell a story, aren't we, Zandile? Yes. We're going to use our eyes to tell a story. So can you bat your eyelids? Be like, yes, darling. Can I have that chocolate? What do you do when you want something in your shop, with your mom at the shop? Give her the puppy eyes, please. Okay, and then you can have give us the lady eyes. Lady eyes. Give us the lift the eyebrows. Like, hello, how you doing? Okay. The other thing is, you always look at your hands. So for instance, if we're here, look at your hands, and then when you come up to a position, look. You do that? Go. D, da, 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 D, and look. Very nice. So that final position, you're like, da, 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 and you give your eyes the good old to your hands. Follow your hands with your eyes. Not all the time in the routine, but a lot of the time. And you'll see it gives it a lot of character. Later on in the routines, you'll find there's some little turns where you have you can just cock your head to the side and go, hello, hello. So remember to use your eyes. We get very drawn into facial expressions, especially older dancers. They tend to really use strained faces. This is subtle. You're using your eyes, but it's very, very subtle. It's only seen as a movement from far, and if you're standing close to the dancer, it's just seen as a subtle little flutter, as opposed to, hey, buy me that chocolate. Okay, so you're not going to get mean about it. So let's try it with the music. Should we try it facing the camera? Yeah? All right, so we'll take it from the beginning. We've got our right foot behind. We're going to go on the hip, and we're going to put that there. I said with music. We're not going with music. Not yet. We're going to take it up. So here, we can look at the audience. So if we go to our beginning, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now when you close your feet, you could look at the other hand and be like, oh, look at this. Oh. And if you've got gorgeous nails, be like, oh, look at my nails, darling. Oh, look at my gorgeous diamond ring. So you take your eye line to there. From here, you're going to go into your shake. 1, 2, 3. Take your eye line with you. Come back to your audience. 2, D, with you. Up. Now you've got a choice here. Again, your flavor, your way of dancing is you could maybe follow your arm. Or you could just keep looking at the audience. Whatever you feel works for you, as long as you've used your eyes in some way in that move. From here, now this is where you can go mad with your eyes. If we go to the side, so you've got there, you can use your head. If you've got an audience, you can be like, oh, hello, look at me, da, 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 da. Okay, you don't have so many counts to do it, but you get the idea. And from there, round and on 8. Now, here, girls, arms far back, and this is where you can lift your chin and give us the bat of the eyelids. Be like, hello. If you're a boy, there, and you're going to look at your hands. Go, oh, yes, that's where my hands are. Okie dokes, right. Oh, I look good. Okay, so boys can look at their hands. It's not to say that girls can't look at their hands when they're in this position, but what are you actually looking at? You're actually just looking at the cross of your wrist. So maybe let's make that a forward movement, and that is nice and tight, no hitchhiking. To there. From here, we jump, and this is just a spotting. So you know you're going to jump to the left-hand corner, you're going to look at the corner, you're going to look at the corner, and you're going to look at the front, and you step with your left foot forward, and this is, just give your eyelids a little bit of a bat. Hello. Then we walk forward. Here, when you're interested in a conversation, you'll see that people lift their eyebrows. It's almost like, oh, really, is that what happened? You kind of got to do the same thing here. So when going forward, your hands, you can give a little bit of lift to the eyebrows and watch your hands go by. Again, how you decide to do your hands, whether you want it lively, whether you want it to flow, as long as you look interested in your move. There's nothing worse than a dancer going, oh yeah, this is just a move. Okay, what's next? So look interested. Sometimes, obviously, if you are on stage, you kind of fake it a little bit, but you know what? It's all just about a feeling inside. If you feel the interest in that movement, it'll show on the outside as well. So let's go forward, and we go, and use your eyes, boom, boom, and then we take it up. Here, if you want to, you can look at your hands at the top and watch them as they come down, and you're into your plie, and turn to start again. Zanderlei plies and leaves the camera, and turn. All right. The other thing that I want to say going forward here is because you're using your eyes, remember your head and your body they move independently. So don't feel like you've got to be like, okay, I'm just using my eyes. Right, you can use your head. Let your head go with the eyes. Let it flow. If it feels like your body wants to do it, go for it. If you eventually do it in the mirror and go, oh, hang on, what's that I'm doing? That looks a bit odd. Then you just tweak it a little bit. It's always harder to add things later. It's easier to add it, like add the whole lot in, and then rather take little bits away to make it look good. Because if you start with just the base and you never add anything, by the time you get to the end and you want to start adding dynamics and some fancy eyes and some fancy this, it's harder because now you've already trained your brain to learn it in a certain way. So don't be afraid to just give it all, and you always just bring it back and neaten it and make it look good after that. So Zanderlei and I are going to dance it with some music for you. 6, 7, and 1. Well done, everybody. Hope you got that.